he gotta play this tough role. You know what I mean?
I heard you say that. You said you're playing tough up there.
Yeah. That's all he doing. He just playing tough.
Preparing. I think the rematch with Roach versus Gervonta can actually be more exciting than the first one. In my opinion, I've said this many times.
Quoted saying that it doesn't matter how much money a man has, he can still be jealous. Like, why Floyd would be jealous of Gervonta Davis?
At the press conference, Gervonta Davis erupted after Floyd Mayweather appeared to support Lamont Roach. Davis accused Floyd of always pulling stunts like this, even during their time together under the same promotional banner. He expressed frustration over Mayweather's repeated pattern of showing up for others, while undermining him, suggesting that Floyd's actions were nothing new and reflected deeper tensions that had existed for years between the two boxing figures.
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focusing on. He already did what he had to do, bro.
Mayweather once famously scheduled an exhibition event to coincide with one of Gervonta Davis's press conferences. This maneuver appeared calculated to overshadow Davis and regain media attention. In reaction, Davis publicly accused Mayweather of jealousy, suggesting that Floyd consistently prioritized his own visibility over supporting his protege. The press conference clash underscored deeper tensions Davis felt undercut at a career milestone, while observers saw old rivalry dynamics playing out once again in the boxing scene.
Floyd, I want to switch gears real quick, man. Gervonta said, "I'm not signed to a single soul." So is Tank now a free agent, or is he still signed with Mayweather Promotions?
Well, this is the Mayweather-Deji press conference. So I'm here to talk about Dubai. I'm here to talk about entertaining the people, having fun, and I'm not here to talk disrespectful or bad about any fighter. You know, they say America is the land of the free. You know, so we live, we love, and we keep striving each and every day. That's what life is about.
At one point, when Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis were set to fight, Floyd also supported Martin and trained him, leaking John's techniques to put him in a lose-lose situation. Frank Martin shared how intense sessions with Floyd Mayweather during his formative period provided invaluable confidence. Under Mayweather's direction, Martin absorbed elite-level advice and reinvigorated his conviction to face high-caliber adversaries. These endorsements painted Floyd as a supportive figure when he deemed it appropriate.
I remember you talking about doing the pad work with Floyd, and he said you got the speed and the power to be a world champ. What did that do for your confidence? You can hear that from anybody, but Floyd is Floyd.
It was just motivation, you know, because at that time, too, man, I ain't had that IQ that I got now. So at that point, I was just really going off natural athleticism. So for him to tell me at that time, getting deeper in my bag, trying to understand the game.
It's not like basketball where you got to depend on people. It's not like football. Like, the work that you put in reflects directly with your results. People don't even know the amount of hours that y'all put into this.
We ain't got no backup. We got a bad day, whatever. We ain't got nobody to come through for us.
Davis expressed frustration with Mayweather's unwillingness to fully embrace other success, interpreting it as a manifestation of Floyd's ego. He believes this attitude influenced Mayweather's reluctance to endorse a rematch between Davis and Lamont Roach. Floyd, Davis argued, prioritized maintaining his own prominence over supporting Davis's career advancement. Such a mindset, Davis claims, hindered his opportunities and indicated a misalignment of interest within their previously close camp.
I don't want Tank to necessarily leave Mayweather. I think he's in this position because of everything that Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe have done for him. So I do want him to do what he is saying. Take control of your career. Say that you want Shakur and actually fight Shakur. Say that you want Devin and actually fight Devin. You know, fight these guys. Don't keep making new names. Like, you gave Barrios a chance. You gave Isaac a chance. Like, you know, Gamboa. Like, those aren't the fights that we want.
During sparring workouts with Devin Haney, Davis alleged that Floyd would repeatedly interrupt whenever Davis began to assert dominance. These pauses occurred just as Davis was gaining the upper hand, leading him to believe that Mayweather was giving Haney preferential treatment. Such interventions frustrated Davis, who felt deprived of essential learning experiences. According to Davis, these instances reinforced his sense that Mayweather's guidance was being skewed by loyalty to other fighters rather than his own protege development.
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. You know what I mean? So I don't follow him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram, I be mad. I just be talking.
Sources close to the situation confirm long-standing friction between Davis and Mayweather. They've argued over fighter selection and training methodologies, with Mayweather reportedly questioning Davis's choices even when money and legacy were on the line. Yet Davis's disciplined preparations and renewed focus ahead of his next fight have impressed observers. Even Floyd appears taken aback. Davis clearly appreciates the gravity of the moment. Another misstep could tarnish his reputation beyond repair.
Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch is being targeted for June 21st in Las Vegas. Now, it's good that they're running it back without wasting any time, because Roach absolutely deserves a rematch. I mean, I thought he outboxed Tank the last time around. He came up a division as a gigantic 10-1 underdog, and he was the one on the front foot, landing his jab, the body shots, the combinations, throwing a lot more volume. I had it 7-5 Roach, and the no knockdown in round 9 was the reason it was a draw. If that knockdown was scored, that would have been a decision for Roach. But with all that being said, I do like Tank a lot more in the rematch. I thought he fought way too much on the back foot in the first fight, especially the first few rounds. He would land 1 or 2 punches per round. But as he started becoming the aggressor in the later rounds, he kept landing a lot more left hands and body shots. So Tank just needs to make this a dogfight, get into more exchanges, and that's where he'll land a lot more punches on Roach. When he's sitting on the back foot waiting for a counter, that's where Roach is comfortable and winning most of the rounds. So if Tank can fight the same way he did against Ryan Garcia, rounds 3 to 7, against Mario Barrios in the later rounds, or Frank Martin rounds 4 to 8, if he's the one on the front foot, then I do think he'll stop Roach in the rematch.
Public anticipation for a rematch between Davis and Roach is at fever pitch. Analysts emphasize the first bout's unresolved issues, controversial stoppages, judging ambiguity, and tactical uncertainty make a conclusive follow-up essential. Vegas has emerged as the probable venue with its global stage and high-stakes atmosphere. Observers believe this rematch won't simply settle a wager, it could redefine both athletes. For Davis, it offers redemption. For Roach, validation of his emergence as a world-class contender.
Lamont Roach throwing his hands fast as hell. He's in the gym preparing. I think the rematch with Roach versus Gervonta can actually be more exciting than the first one. In my opinion, I've said this many times, the actual fight itself wasn't that crazy. The crazy thing is what you've never seen before, the knee. But as far as a boxing match, it was, if you look at the copy box, they didn't throw a lot of punches. It wasn't like, it wasn't really a great fight. But as far as the fight itself, this second one can't, because I think Tank is coming for blood. He's not going to pull his punches at all. I don't think he really did the first time, but I'm not sure how well he prepared or how mentally focused he was. I think you're going to get the very best Tank in a rematch, and you may just get an even better Lamont Roach, since Lamont Roach don't have to speculate if he's good enough. He fought Tank. He has more confidence now than he did before, and he felt that he was robbed. So he's going to be on one. I think the rematch is going to be far more exciting.
Davis's exit from Mayweather Promotions ignited controversy when disagreements over career trajectories spilled into public view. While Floyd envisioned a curated development path, Davis sought control over his own fights. This clash revealed deeper tensions: loyalty versus independence. By choosing autonomy, Davis faced both the freedom and the risk. The publicized departure demonstrated the fragile balance between mentorship and management in elite boxing.
Gervonta said, "I'm not signed to a single soul." So is Tank now a free agent, or is he still signed with Mayweather Promotions?
Well, this is the Mayweather Deji press conference. So I'm here to talk about Dubai. I'm here to talk about entertaining the people, having fun, and I'm not here to talk disrespectful or bad about any fighter. They say America is the land of the free. So we live, we love, and we keep striving each and every day. That's what life is about.
Floyd's father Jeff Mayweather commented candidly on the Davis-Roach fight's aftermath. Though surprised by the decision, he insisted it didn't constitute a robbery and expressed continued admiration for Davis, yet Jeff admitted Lamont Roach's performance may have dented Davis's aura of invincibility. Other fighters now regard Davis as beatable. His perspective underscores that even high-profile supporters are wrestling with the shifting power balance within boxing.
Jeff Mayweather here, the Mayweather Boxing Club. How are you doing, sir?
Okay.
You don't look okay.
No. Well, I am.
All right. Well, we got this potential rematch. Everybody wants to see Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. First of all, are you surprised that everybody's wanting to see a rematch between these two? Because no one expected it to be a close fight in the first place.
That much is true. And me, myself, I mean, I'm a big Tank fan. And I was shocked. I was shocked at the outcome of the fight.
Who did you have winning the fight?
I had Roach winning the fight.
Yeah. Do you consider it robbery, or do you lean Roach and are cool with the draw?
I wouldn't say it was a robbery. I mean, the fight was close. But if I was a judge, I would have gave Roach the fight.
All right. Well, talking about this rematch, what do you? I mean, so the one thing Tank always had for him, everyone, he had that kind of almost like Mike Tyson-esque, right? The air of invincibility, the knockout power. People were scared of him, that
Right.
kind of thing. Do you think what Roach did to him, moving up in weight, and not being a big puncher himself, but able to withstand Tank, that kind of his air of invincibility has maybe been slightly diminished?
I won't say it's been diminished, but I do think that more people, more fighters that probably were afraid of him are not going to be afraid of him anymore.
And do you think that's almost something that could play in Tank's hand, right? Maybe we had an off day. Everybody has an off day, and take him.
Yeah, everybody can have off night, but I think the one thing that is the most important thing that nobody's talking about is the fact that they did fight each other when they were young, growing up, when they were kids.